Well, I've been wanting to, just pop on here and give you guys a little update about how I've been doing since the passing of my mentor. Tomorrow will be 4 weeks, which is kind of wild to me. But anyway, so that first week after he passed, I felt his presence around me. There was just a lot of warmth, a lot of light. It was so sweet, so beautiful. And then that following Tuesday after he passed was his memorial service, and I wasn't able to go in person, but I was at the gym and I felt a sudden shift, and I'm pretty sure it was probably around the time when he was being buried, and I just felt him just go. And it was like, what just what just happened. But it was very palpable, it was very real, it was a distinct shift in the energy. And since that time, I've felt him in a much more diffuse way. Obviously working together so closely with someone for almost 20 years, in the kind of relationship we had where I was studying under him, learning from him, uh, he was guiding me back to myself, all those things. There, we worked so closely together at a soul level that I feel like there are no words to describe this, you guys, but I feel like uh, our souls are obviously still so connected, and the knowledge that he still has for me, I'm picking it up at the soul level, and then it's coming through my subconscious and then my conscious. And it's a really fascinating process. And when I felt him shift and just, wherever he went, I also felt a part of myself ascend. And it was very profound. And I'm actually going to ask Prime Creator about it today in the Creation Temple with the Master Creators. I didn't know that parts of us or aspects of us could ascend independently from another. So I don't know how that works, but I'm going to ask about it today. But I felt that, and I've been feeling my vibration and my frequency go higher and higher since that time. And that's in addition to after the eclipse where I completed part of my soul mission. And here's another piece I want to touch on. I'm curious if you've heard about it. It's called genetic path splitting. And my friend was telling me how my mentor was probably a genetic path splitter for me, which means that when he left, he took part of my mission. He took part of like the heaviness that I had to deal with on this planet. Again, difficult to explain some of these concepts, especially because it's kind of new to me. But when she described it to me, I felt the truth in it, that when he left, even though there was a lot of sadness and grief, there was this immense like lifting of the energy of personally of what I need to deal with in my mission. And through that, a lot more strength has emerged in me. So it's just been this really beautiful time of discovering more of myself without his energy there in the same way. I did rely a lot on him, and even though I'm my own person and he never forced anything on me, or I always made my own decisions, everything like that, but I did rely a lot on being able to converse with him and run ideas past him, and hey, what's happening with me, what's happening with you, what's happening on the planet, all those kinds of things. And because there are very few people I find that really see things the way I do, and he was one of those people that we just saw things so similarly, and it was really quite beautiful. So all of that to say, I never realized when I drew this at the beginning of the year, I didn't realize how much surrender, allow, accept would be my theme for 2024. But here we are. I'm learning how to surrender even more deeply, allow and accept even more, and it's beautiful. And I'm just going to check my notes because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. I just want to say, this is a time where a lot of souls are going to be exiting. And I feel that we're going to have the ability to emotionally regulate, know how to deal with grief and still show up for life, know how to navigate without our loved ones around us. I'm hoping it doesn't come to this, but it just in my guts, I've felt for a while that there will be a time where just a lot of souls are going to be leaving at once. And, it's a time really to be tender with ourselves and to honor whatever process we need to go through to release those souls. And a lot of people will say to me, he's always going to be with you, Susie. And yeah, in a way, yes, he will always be with me because our souls are so connected. And it's also important that I set him free so that he can go where he needs to go, do what he needs to do. His soul needs to be free to continue in his soul journey. And I, as a human, don't want to tether him to this realm. I don't want to, out of my pain and missing of him, my longing for him, I don't want to hold on so tightly that I'm tethering his soul. That's not correct. And so I encourage you, as inevitably you will in your life as you lose people that are near and dear to you, to set them free, to grieve, to do what you need to do, but to set them free and let them be on their soul journey. So I love you guys very much. Thank you for watching my videos, and I hope you have a beautiful month, a beautiful rest of your year. And please, thank you so much for the love that you shared in the first video I did. I really appreciate it and I receive it with gratitude. And please pass on the love to those who need it. Thanks, guys.